Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. This is South Luangwa National Park in Zambia, a lush riverine valley full of life. Leopards thrive here, but they are masters of concealment, and if you do catch a glimpse of an adult during the day, it's generally not doing very much at all. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away.
Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. That can see in near total darkness. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. Now, using a very special case, many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. Now, using a very special camera that can see in near total darkness, we can venture out into the night to find the truth behind their stories and take a very special look at the leopard, the true agent of darkness. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. Now, using a very special camera that can see in near total darkness, we can venture out into the night to find the truth behind their stories and take a very special look at the leopard, the true agent of darkness. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of the leopard. They also fear his stealth and his cunning because he can move and hunt in total darkness, whereas we, unable to see, can only hide away. Now, using a very special camera that can see in near total darkness, we can venture out into the night to find the truth behind their stories and take a very special look at the leopard, the true agent of darkness. You know, many African cultures praise the courage and the charisma of the leopard. I'm kidding. Look at this, 6 pages of David Richard Attenborough copy, and nowhere in here do I get to say Glacia. Yeah, the Zambia River, that's where the leopards like to go. They love that place, man. They love it there. They got a variety of prey, okay? And it's just, it's a great place. They love it there, If the moon stays out, that helps them. That does. They can go out there, they can see. Even better. I don't know. They're adaptable. They're optimistic. I love these guys. Okay, so here's a good one. Superlative. They're superlative hunters. Yeah, they're pretty good. How do they know it's the last one on Earth? Yeah, maybe there's a couple hiding away. Seems like a bold statement. The team has confirmed that the solitary leopard is indeed a superlative hunter. How? How did they determine this? Did they just drive up on a bloody carcass and go, oh dear, well, he's awfully good at this mess, isn't he? Perhaps it's her scent that betrayed her. If I had a nickel for every time. Well, somebody needs to get together with the Bible people, because these numbers aren't matching up. Many African cultures praise the courage and charisma of leopard. Now, using very special camera, they can see in near total darkness. No, that's about as good as my awesome. Don't even get me started. Usernames and passwords. And modeling. So, update. Remember all those weeks ago when I reached out to the modeling agencies? That's how we started this whole thing up.
off was I reached out to modeling agencies. I haven't heard back from one. And Michelle owes me $20. And I won't get it because what she does is she either deducts it from something that she thinks I already owe her, or, she'll roll it into the next bet or whatever, or do it kind of a double or nothing thing. And I just want the $20 because the it's not about the $20. It's about the little victory. It's about that little win. I took notes. Audiobooks, lowest hanging fruit. I don't even know if I have to do jury duty yet. They still send me a parking pass.
So I think you can see what I'm trying to do here. Last week with the backstage audition where I kind of took you through the process, and then just now showing you what it was like to rehearse something, to get it into a demo reel, to rehearse it over and over and over and over and over again, and just the amount of time that it takes to do this whole process. So I promised you at the beginning of this show that I would bring you with me, and right now that's what this is. That's what this is backstage auditions, trying to put demo reels together, trying to rehearse them until I know the material to the point where I can make it sound like I'm not reading it, and try to punch it up in places and be familiar with what I'm talking to you about instead of making it sound like I'm just reading it. So, that's kind of the vibe I wanted to go with these last couple of episodes is bringing you with me and making you know what it feels like to sit here and do this. So, cool. This week, let's see. I joined another website. This is called ACX, and it's kind of through Amazon Prime. As a matter of fact, I used my Amazon Prime login and joined, and it's just for narration. It's just for narration, maybe audiobooks. I'm not really sure, but I know for sure narration, like nature and science and whatever, specifically for that. I sent them about 8 demos. Different things, mostly narration, a couple of other stupid stuff to throw in there. But so I'm waiting to hear back from them. It's Sunday, so I'm a wee tardy in getting the show out. I don't need to hear it from you. It's been a tough week. I've been busy, and well, you can see how, from that intro, So, okay, did that. Next week I've been invited to be on the Film Garage 208's podcast, I think next Tuesday. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to go sit and talk with them for a while, and then I'm going to have them here on our show. I want you to meet them. He's made podcasting available to anybody that wants to do it. He's got a whole set and microphone, everything you need. You just go over there and sit down and do your podcast, and you're done. Boom. So, where was that 9 weeks ago? Just kidding. Anyway, that I'm looking forward to that. Next week, I'm going to be doing a lot more demos to Voquent and to this ACX website. I'm also keeping my finger on the pulse of things through Backstage. I get a lot of emails. It's mostly just junk correspondence, but I'm keeping an eye on them. And we're about to find out. I might have figured out the lighting problem. I don't know if you've noticed in previous episodes. I'm sure you have. All of a sudden, you're watching along, and it gets really bright, and then it gets dark and bright again for a second. And so I don't know, man. You make this list of things you got to take care of, things you got to figure out. And what I found is the only way to figure stuff like that out is to stop what you're doing, take a deep breath, and then go learn everything there is to learn about that camera. Learn everything there is to know about the lighting and why it wants to focus differently, and just basically learn how to use it. So I just had to, instead of going, I got to get to that someday, or half-ass kind of go, maybe that's it, or maybe that'll do. No, you just have to stop what you're doing and take the problem apart and put it back together again until you got it figured out. So I haven't watched this yet, but I'm hoping I've got the lighting changing all the time figured out. That's cool, Jim. Oh, full disclosure,
because I want to keep this honest. I got rejected by Voice Jungle. I don't have what they're looking for, and to be honest with you, I can't remember what I sent them. there was a couple days there where I was just joining a lot of stuff, and I don't know what I sent them. I don't remember what piece I sent them, but it wasn't what they were looking for. So, Voice Jungle. And here's something I've been wanting to talk about. Now, you know how I feel about YouTube, greatest platform on the planet. And I've gotten so much help. Every episode I talk about going to YouTube to help me with this and help me with that, and a little bit with that camera problem as well. But I've watched a lot of videos of other voice actors, and ostensibly, I think the point of it is that they want to help you. You know, they want to nurture you through this difficult time in this hard process, but by the end of the day, if you watch 30 different pieces, 30 different YouTube videos of people, voice actors talking about this, and I haven't looked them up. I don't know if they're successful voice actors, if they're working voice actors, or if they're just people like me that say they're voice actors. I don't say that though. I say I want to be a voice actor. I don't call myself a voice actor. But so I don't know how successful they are. They might just be a bunch of people that are unsuccessful and now they're bitching. But my point is, if you watch a bunch of them, at the end of it, the consensus view is don't do this. It's kind of they're naysayers. Now, I'm not saying all of them. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of voice actors out there giving a lot of really good advice and uplifting advice, not dragging you down. But for the most part, I was left with the impression that they don't. You probably, if you want to make money, if you want to be happy, if you want to, don't do this for a living. They make it sound like being a school bus driver, which I guess is, I don't know. No offense to school bus drivers, but man, that's got to be a shite job. Anyway. Yeah, kind of naysayers, kind of, saying it takes so long, and hundreds of auditions later, they get a job that pays $20, whatever. They don't make it sound good. And sadly, so far, that's been kind of, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to put out a lot of demos in a lot of different feelers in a lot of different directions and not stop. And just keep going and try to learn and rehearse and get better, and forget about the rejectors and the naysayers, and just push through, because I got to believe in myself. I got to believe in myself and my acting abilities and my vocal talents, so much as they are, but I want to get better and I want to practice, but. It is trending towards them being kind of right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming along on this with me. Next week, more of the same. I'm going to be putting out a lot of demos for a couple of 3 websites, and I got to check up on that other one. What was the name of that other one? This is where I kind of fade to black in the show. Just kind of, I know it's over. I finally got enough where I can put a show together so I can relax and decompress. And I don't know. You want to talk about something off topic? I still have some memory card left. My Broncos are non-contenders this year, so I guess I have to root for Kansas City today. They're playing the Jets. Just to be true to my AFC. Broncos. Don't get me started. Maybe we can find another old fossil of a quarterback like Peyton Manning. Sorry, Peyton, I love you. You gave us a Super Bowl, but I don't know, man. That's what we need. We need to go find somebody that's got 1 year left in him, get a Super Bowl, retire him up to the booth, go look for another one. Watch Russell Wilson go to the Raiders. Man. Well, anyway. Okay, well, that's it. That's another one in the bank. Thanks for watching. See you next week.